Fenirob here. Now that we're just over halfway through the year, I figured I would make a list of my top 5 board games of 2022 so far. These titles may have been released prior to 2022, but I have not played them until this year, so they count. So let's go. At number 5, A War of Whispers. I was waiting for this game for quite some time given its epic look and also its reliance on deception and a bit of negotiation. Set in a quasi-Game of Thrones-like world, you'll try to manipulate cubes on a map to help ensure that the 5 game factions finish in the order they were randomly assigned to you at the beginning of the game. Since each player's ranking of the factions remains hidden for most of the game, players may or may not be helping each other with their respective moves, whether they know it or not. This adds a satisfying amount of tension and lots of fun. At number 4, Brian Boru, High King of Ireland, from Osprey Games. This one uses trick-taking with a view towards area control. Since those are 2 of my favorite mechanics, I had to give this one a shot, and I wasn't disappointed. The cards you play have both a win and a loss condition, so even if you don't take the trick, you might be able to position yourself to gain control of the various areas anyway. It's a pretty unique concept as far as I'm concerned, and it came together perfectly for me. I also find the artwork intriguing. At number 3, Wallenstein from Queen Games. This area control game is an older one, but it's new to me, so it gets on my 2022 list. I picked up the big box version recently, and so far I love it. In fact, I think about it quite often actually. It has a programming aspect for the 10 actions available in the game. Everyone takes the same action at the same time, but the location of where the action is performed is secretly pre-programmed and then revealed. Decisions get tough real early in this one. There's also an excellent combat mechanism that should be used in more games, and that is the cube tower. Think Dice Tower, but for dropping in cubes. Whoever has the most cubes making it to the bottom of the tower wins the combat. Making it more exciting is that the tower is designed so that some of the cubes get stuck in nooks and crannies until future combats when they can be dislodged. It seemed like a novelty at first, but much of the excitement in the game comes from that damn tower. So don't be deceived by the box art. This game is a classic. Check it out. My second favorite game of the year is Brass Birmingham from Roxley Games. I know, this game set in the Industrial Revolution is an all-time classic, and the new printing makes it even better. So why is it only number 2 so far? Well, because it drains my brain in a good but exhausting way, and that makes it less attractive than the number 1 game on this list for me. I've played Brass a couple of times now, and I do love it. And even though it hurts my brain as much or more than any other game I've ever played, I can see why it's a classic. While the mechanisms are pretty simple, play 2 cards and draw 2 cards, there's no doubt that the level of strategy required to excel at this game is as high as any game out there. Every decision feels like the game winner or loser. After each game, I keep replaying things I did well and things that didn't go so well in hopes of having another chance to improve upon my last game. That's the sign of a great one. Martin Wallace is a design genius, and a game like this proves why. And now, for my favorite game I've played so far in 2022, First Rat from Pegasus Spiele. You may never have even heard of this game, and neither did I until a couple of months ago, but I have played it numerous times since then, and for a game with so few mechanics, the level of thinking and planning and trying to be as efficient as possible is a challenging but tolerable exercise for the mind. Also, the concept of the game is that we are rats in a junkyard trying to collect resources to build a rocket and place our ratronauts on it so that we can launch it to the cheese moon. There's something somewhat melancholy and poignant about that. I mean, it is an impossible task, but we believe it to be our destiny. To quote Bill S. Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan, whoa. First Rat is a great game that deserves a lot of acclaim and one I continuously hope to get to the table in the future. You should definitely check this one out. Anyway, that's my list so far of the games that are new to me this year through the halfway point. I hope this gives you something to chew on and maybe a few ideas for games you want to check out. I've put a link in the description below to any videos I've done on the games mentioned in this video. As always, thanks for watching. Please like this video, and subscribe to my channel.